Out of all the matches, the football match I remember best, the truly unforgettable one, was between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. This was it, the final to decide the winner of the Africa Cup of Nations. The anticipation? Absolutely electric. It literally felt like the whole of Nigeria was glued to their televisions watching this game unfold. Everyone was just so incredibly excited.
Picture this. It's nearly 4 o'clock on a Sunday, February 27, 2000. Both teams file out, lining up on the pitch. You can hear the shouts and cheers for both sides just echoing through the stands. Then, at exactly 4:30 p.m., the referee blows his whistle and the game officially kicks off. But man, that initial joy, it didn't last long. Right there in the 11th minute, the indomitable Lions struck. They scored their first goal.
Now, even facing that massive early shock, the Super Eagles didn't just give up. They fought incredibly hard to equalize, but breaking through that Cameroon defense was so difficult. And despite all their fierce, desperate efforts, things actually got worse. By halftime, the Lions had somehow found the back of the net again, bringing the score to a daunting 2-0.
You can imagine the heavy atmosphere blanketing the country during that break. Staring down a 2-goal deficit, everyone was just sad. The spectators were completely quiet. A stunned, heavy silence had fallen over all the fans. But, and this is really the defining spirit of that whole match, we never lost hope. Not really.
So going into the second half, the entire momentum just shifted. The Super Eagles came out flying, playing this extremely fast, incredibly accurate football. And you know what? That relentless pressure finally paid off. They were rewarded with their very first goal. Just like that, the comeback was officially on.
Oh, the reaction was instant. It was explosive. The Nigerian spectators were so happy. We literally all stood up around our televisions just cheering with our hands thrown in the air. And that energy seemed to transmit straight from our living rooms right into the stadium. The fans in the stands started singing our popular song at the absolute top of their lungs. All we are saying is, give us more goals!
And that massive roar from the crowd, it absolutely fueled the players on the pitch. The tension was pushed to its absolute peak. Then, boom. An even louder celebration erupted. The Super Eagles scored their second goal right in the dying minutes of the second half, tying the score at 2-2. It was nothing short of a miracle. The Super Eagles had actually equalized with the indomitable Lions. Moments later, the referee blew his whistle to end regular time.
Okay, so to determine the ultimate winner, this crazy match had to go into extra time. Both sides were battling through sheer exhaustion at this point, but neither the Eagles nor the Lions managed to score. The defenses just stood absolutely resolute. Now, according to the rules, if there's no winner after extra time, the whole thing has to be decided through a penalty shootout.
It all came down to the brutal, unforgiving mathematics of penalty kicks. As the shootout progressed, the pressure was just immense. You could cut the tension with a knife. The Lions, they ended up losing 1 penalty kick. But tragically, heartbreakingly, the Eagles lost 2. And so, because of that one singular difference, the indomitable Lions won the cup. That final outcome brought such a complex wave of emotions. Ultimately, it was a really sad day for Nigeria, having to watch the ultimate prize slip away in those final moments. Although it has to be said, the Super Eagles did win the silver medal for their truly heroic efforts out there. And in the aftermath of that deeply hard-fought battle, all the players made a vow. They said they would try very, very hard to win the Africa Cup of Nations the next time. That unforgettable Sunday definitely left a lasting legacy. After fighting all the way back from a 2-0 deficit, only to lose in the sheer heartbreak of a penalty shootout, the players made a solemn promise to their deeply loyal fans. But you have to wonder, would the Super Eagles' vow to win next time be enough to overcome the profound heartbreak of the year 2000? It's a question that would go on to define the entire next era of their football journey.